the craziest 2 weeks in California, and we still have fires burning right now. Their businesses burnt down. And so I was like, okay, well, let's figure things out. Send them, my information or Mo's information. Let's just figure it out.
Like, my house didn't burn down or this didn't happen. But, that was your business that you built. Yeah. Like, you still have that fear.
You're listening to Not Just Lashes. Here are your hosts, Shannique and Dixie.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to Not Just Lashes. I'm Shannique.
And I'm Dixie. It's been a second. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a hot 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right after holidays and everything, New Year. And
yeah, we were out for the holidays. And then next thing you know, we try to go to work. And then we get hit by the fires.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, we are located in Agora Hills, California. And we always say our spa is located almost in like the Bermuda Triangle. A lot of weird stuff always happens near our spa. During the Woolsey fire in 2018, right after we moved in, there was like fire like circling the spa.
Oh, we were in a ring of fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we're right off of the freeway that goes into Malibu Canyon and all of that. So
we just we're part of it. Mm-hmm. So anything that happens in Calabasas, Malibu, Lost Hills, where else? Santa Monica, we end up getting that air in the fire. Mm-hmm. So we just have to be careful. So it's been the craziest 2 weeks in California, and we still have fires burning right now.
We were on our way here, and another one broke out near Moore Park, which is a little more northeast from the spa, but you can still see the smoke cloud coming in. So
black.
Yeah,
black.
It's eerie.
And then Santa Clarita, which my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law evacuated already 2 weeks ago, and it doesn't look good right now. So, prayers out to everybody. I hope everyone is safe. And when they say evacuate, you've got to evacuate. Just don't hold back. Just go.
Yeah.
Really.
Be prepared and everything.
Yeah. So we've seen, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot of damage on the news, especially in the Pacific Palisades. That town is completely wiped out. There's not one school standing. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing left.
To me, it looks like apocalyptic or like a bomb went off. And I hear from so many clients, because a lot of our clients either like live in Malibu or Lost Hill what have you over there. And a couple of my clients, they were like, yeah, no, that was my first house in Palisades. I remember I would go work down in Malibu, and me and my friend, so many memories there. A whole shopping, outdoor little center, just completely destroyed, just neighborhoods. So hearing those personal stories too, it really hits close to home.
It hits so close to home, and it does take a toll on you personally, because like we've said before on our podcast, we're unpaid therapists. And to hear everybody's story is just a lot to take on. And then, you want to be clear and give them good, straight advice. So, I know a lot of us instantly, our first reactions were to be blaming certain people in our government, or blaming this and that, and blaming, whatever. And I have to be, I'm guilty of that too. Your brain just instantly goes there. Who didn't put water in the fire hydrants? How did that happen? And start blaming authorities. But then it's okay, wait a minute. Is that actually helping? No, it's not. And I started to see everyone online attacking each other. And even, I got some on my personal Instagram, actually coming from old clients that are like, you need to blame this, you need to blame that on this person. And I was like, okay, enough. Because it was driving me insane.
Yeah.
Born and raised in California. What can I do to help, where I've been born? It's just, California is so dear to my soul. Doesn't mean that, I'll live here my whole life. I don't know. But it's definitely, part of me. So then while I was thinking that, Mo,
Yes, Mo.
she messaged me, and Mo is with Beauty for a Cause. And she's the one who puts on Lash Bash. And she's like, what do you need? What can we do? What's going on? Are you safe? How are your girls? I mean, just
so much amazing support.
Amazing support. I don't want to cry. And from that moment on, that's when I was like, that's what I need to do. That's going to make me happy. And that's going to get my head out of the sand and take action and not get involved in blaming and getting mad or any of that.
Yeah, it's being productive.
Being productive, yes.
Doing something about it.
Yeah. So doing that, I was like, okay, I know we're gonna start hearing Mo. We're gonna start hearing of stories and people needing a place to work or they don't have anything anymore. So let's stay in contact. And then I heard from Brian from Black Girl, and Brian's like, what can we do? What do you need? Because I said I couldn't work because we didn't have
electricity. So thankfully we weren't exactly in the line of fire this time. But
yes.
What they tend to do anytime they predict like a lot of winds, because we're like the hills and the mountains kind of come here, and then our salon's here. And then there's 2 gas stations there too. So they always turn off the power at the spa. So, and people in their homes, like clients of mine and us, and like, what was it, like going on like 5 days or something, no power.
Yeah.
Like my mom lives in the area. She was like at a Starbucks or Barnes and Noble, just sitting there to charge her phone. And you don't realize how much you need electricity. And unfortunately too, we have like a hairstylist who couldn't, like, we were able to lash in the dark
with like headlamps.
Shannique got us prepared with headlamps, little like wall sticky, like
extra battery powered lights and all of that. But even I found we got a little tiny generator that could only generate 2 rooms. Because we couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
Like I went from hardware store to hardware store to find something for the whole salon and even rent something. And there was like nothing. And I understood because guess what? There are people who really do need it versus us. And I was like, you know what? This is how it has to be. There's people worse off. So,
but it's hard to separate, because I always was telling you when this was all happening, and I've talked to other clients about it too, like you're so, grateful, like, oh, my house didn't burn down or this didn't happen. But, that was your business that you built. Yeah. Like you still have that fear, and you're trying to, I just want to like put it out that like Shannique works so hard for the girls at her spa, like, trying to find a generator, trying to figure out how she can get her people to work. And she could have just been like, Yeah,
too bad, too sad.
I'm stressed out because of all this. I have family, whatever. Like, but you worked hard to make it so we could work, and other people who were affected could work. Like you offered up our rooms to anyone who maybe lost their business or they can't go to their business right now. Yeah. And like, people in our field, if we're not working, we're not making money. So it's really important to like offer a space for someone to just, to
just work out of. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like with our job, we don't get health insurance. We don't have weekly paychecks. We get paid by each client that we do. So if you guys think about like what these girls miss out on in a whole entire week, that's devastating to a single person. Yeah. It really is. So I just I tried my best to do what I could do because nobody was helping me on on the other side of business. And I was like, I don't care if this generator could only get 2 rooms going, so be it. But I don't, for me, I could work with the headlights. I did give one of my clients Batman eyelashes, and we laughed about it.
I think she was nice about it.
She was nice about it. She was like 5 foot, and I just winged it out too much because I couldn't see in the dark. But I gave everybody else their lights. So I had to redo her, and like she was fine, but now we could laugh about it.
Yeah.
But she's like, now you should put that on your menu, Batman eyelashes. I know.
Well, I had, when our power was out, because again, they will just shut off our power in general. Just if there's
Instantly.
So this was before Christmas, like a couple weeks before Christmas, I think, that it was getting windy or something, and they turned off our power. And I was lashing with a little bit of light, and then I had window open, or the shades open, and that was like a good enough amount of light. But it really took me back to, man, lighting really makes a difference, because everybody's lashes like the next week were like, they're falling out. And I was like, no, that's because I didn't get close enough, or I couldn't see it like really adhere. And I was like, oh man.
I know.
You can do it, but it's difficult.
Can't guarantee if they're going to stay on long or come out the way that you want it.
Like, what do you mean Batman lashes? I was trying to do
funny.
Anime.
I know. She's like, not into that. Sorry, honey. But that was funny. So yeah. And then, so Brian reached out and even offered a place for us to lash.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. And then we got our power on. So we went back to work. And when I got to work, then I was working with a little bit of light, and then the lights shut off. And I was like, we're going on the second week? Like, oh no, like, come on now. But it's just, you got to keep going. You got to try. And a lot of our clients, even during this time, and Dixie, you've seen it. We've seen it in the past. I mean, I had two clients last week come in. They lost their second homes in Malibu due to the fires, but they still were like, you know what? I went last week without eyelashes. I need eyelashes because I still don't want to look how I feel.
Yeah.
And I know the outside world, or maybe even their husbands, are like, what are you doing? Like, why are you getting your eyelashes done when all this is happening? But there's something to it that actually makes you feel good to move on with your day or get things done.
Yeah.
And that's what one of my clients told me. She goes, I don't know what it is, but I had the confidence to get things done.
You feel put together. Gives you a sense of normalcy almost in a crazy situation like this. Like, but I don't know what it is, but whenever there's like something bad happening in my life or something, it's not about the look, but it does make you feel better just to, at least I have control. That's it. That's what it is. I have control of this, at least.
Maybe that's what it is, right? So,
I just discovered that in my therapy brain.
Your unpaid therapy brain.
Yeah, well, I should probably start studying, because it's been quite a week of, oh my gosh.
For sure.
Because, I had a client, she's so sweet. She's been with me for years. When she started with me, it was 2019, and she had just lost her house in the Woolsey fire.
Oh, God.
And so she's in Malibu. Her house just got rebuilt, and all this stuff was happening. She was getting PTSD, looking for a new place. Her power was out for like a week. She was just, but she kept texting me like, "Can I come in? When can I see you?"
Yeah.
But it wasn't that she wanted the lashes, because actually when she came in, I was like, they held up really great. I haven't seen you in 3 weeks, but they look good. But I think it was just like that,
to talk and to be taken care of.
And just forget or relax for a second. Like, even though they were like talking about what was going on, it just kind of let it out and just feel safe for a second. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, exactly. So, with all of this, I know Glad Girl actually, they're giving a certain percentage of their profits to, I think, a fire organization. And I could get the correct one, we could put everything up after the podcast, but
we can give the links and everything.
Yeah, so they're giving a certain percentage to whatever the fire department, and then we have Pro Beauty Association, and that's another great link. The Pro Beauty Association, they are helping victims as well in the industry. So anything, anybody who's lost their business, their tools, their what have you, they will send you to the right places to what you need as well.
Yeah, they have the resources too. Like if you're looking for something specific, they can refer you to what you need. And then what else? We have Mo, Beauty for a Cause.
Beauty for a Cause. And then, the outpour of so many, from shelters to animal shelters to I think it was, there's a fitness place in Agora Hills. I know they were just like gathering clothes and stuff, but we've gotten an outpour of so much that they're saying no more.
Yeah.
No more clothes, no more shoes, no more things, that's okay. I think now everybody just needs to figure out their insurance and figure out what's going on with that. But the misconception of, everybody, all those people that have been affected are wealthy. So, they're fine. Why are you worried about them? That's not true. People don't stop to think that these people hire people that are our customers. And that goes from housekeepers' daughters, or actresses' daughters. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. If you're in that state, it's a good cause just to get up and help.
Yeah.
Like
still houses and memories. And and like I said earlier, it's a whole city that's done.
Demolished. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
wiped
it's
out. Nothing.
Crazy. Malibu, like a bunch of restaurants, and just, so even if it's in the back of your head where you're like, oh, they can afford it, it's okay. But
what about the
Effect,
workers? Yeah. The servers. What about,
there's a trickle down effect. It doesn't just affect them.
No. And I understand, seeing things on social media, people from, Minnesota or Florida, kind of judging us and saying California people are selfish and rich. Like, what are they talking about? And I'm like, not everybody in those areas are wealthy. Not everybody in those areas have homeowners insurance. Not everybody that, live in those homes are necessarily part of that family. There are housekeepers that have their families in there too. It is the trickle effect. And that's where I needed to shut the noise and just do.
Yeah.
So, that was just, get into action and survival mode, I guess.
Yeah. And also, again, the trickle down of the air quality, the smoke, the area, like even if you weren't, like it wasn't burnt down or anything like that, but the neighborhoods around it, like our air quality has been really bad. And so that affects everybody.
Yeah, it does. I know my little one has like respiratory issues. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't get sick. And guess what? He's sick at home.
Yeah.
So it's like just things like that. I know a lot of people don't realize, the whole effect of it, but there are.
Yeah. Like our cousins just they were evacuated for a while. And that was the crazy thing too about these fires in particular. It just like was everywhere.
I know.
So our cousins were getting evacuated from Pasadena, and then we couldn't even offer for them to come over this way to have a place. And I remember they went to one of their friends' house, kind of still near Pasadena, and then had to get evacuated from there. And then they finally just came down to San Diego to stay with us because it was crazy.
Where can you go?
Exactly.
I mean,
it's like you just kept having to go from one place to another, and they're back at their house, and they're, they couldn't drink the water for a while. I think now they're saying it's okay, but they're still like,
yeah.
And then they cannot get the smoke out of their place, and that's like whole buildings just like smelling of smoke. And then if you think about like the chemicals that have been burnt from all these houses and businesses that burnt. So we don't know what's going to happen from that too. So if you're thinking about not donating or not helping because of those thoughts, you look at the big picture of it's going to affect not just the houses that burned down.
Yeah. And too, it feels good to give. It feels good to, to do something out of if you're not used to giving, I don't know, but it feels good to get out of your comfort zone and do, and go and help, go do something. One of my clients, she did go help at the Agora animal shelter. And by the end of the day, they're like, okay, we don't need you anymore. Like, we have enough help. We have enough food. We're totally fine. We're good. So
that's good to hear.
That's good to hear, because what I've heard, during COVID, it was different. So, just to see everybody just, get out there and do something and support, just, it does make me have hope in humanity. Humanity in Los Angeles.
And then before I forget, what was the girl that her business was affected? What the story behind that?
So there's a gal in Woodland Hills that she had friends in the Valley too that their businesses burnt down. And so I was like, okay, well, let's figure things out. Send them, my information or Mo's information. Let's just figure it out. And she reached out and she was like, thank you so much for doing this. I have never met her. Hi, if you're watching. And we just kind of instantly connected through a post that I posted that I was trying to do over like 1 million times at the salon. I couldn't get it straight. I kept crying, and all the girls were like, just post it. And I was like, I can't post this. I look silly, and I just maybe because the pressure of everybody just looking at me, I don't know. So I went home and I did it then and there. And I was like, okay, I got to do this. Just do it. Just say it, and don't cry about it. Let's just come on. This is for a good cause. So I did it, and then once I posted it, that's when she notified me, and then I contacted Mo, and then we all just connected with each other.
Amazing.
Yeah. So and that gal, she was at shelters donating and working her butt off, and man, like that instead of working, I think, I don't even know if she was working. I just kept seeing videos of her at shelters just helping out. And I was like, you go, girl.
Yeah.
Like, wow, how amazing is that?
That's really great.
Wow. Yeah.
So if you guys know of anybody or you need someone, so look for Beauty for a Cause,
Pro Beauty Association.
If you do buy any lash products, maybe, even if it's just your iPads. We love Glad Girl's iPads. Buy your iPads from Glad Girl. Percentage will go towards...
to help the fire. Let me look at it real quick. I have it here because I just looked it up. So it goes... the California Fire Foundation. There you go.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I mean, it's nice to do your part.
And if you were affected in any way, just hang in there day by day. Hopefully this fire that just started today is going to be contained. And the wind is hopefully going to calm down. And
yeah. Well, thanks for having us back.
Yeah, it's good to be. I know it's like do I know how to do this anymore?
I know, right? So we just had a little delay, but we'll get back at it and have our guest on and make sure everybody's in a good, healthy, state, and we'll get rolling. And if you guys have any questions or ideas, just let us know.
Yeah, please reach out.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys. Bye. Oh, wait. You could find us on
Yes.
YouTube, TikTok, because it's staying, supposedly.
I'm not going to lie. I haven't been posting as much on TikTok because I'm like, this isn't going to be a thing anymore.
No, but I got a head start on the Red app, and I'm having like so much fun. So
The Red app?
Yeah. Is it Red Note? Is it Red Note or Red app? It's the Chinese TikTok. Anyways, I'm having a blast.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like trying to like.
See, I was like, yay, not another social media platform.
I know, but but it's the same thing.
I just
it's
want
fun.
one to focus on.
Well, TikTok is fine. So you can find us on TikTok.
Not just Lashes podcast. I will be now posting again.
Yes. She's back on.
I'm back on it.
And if you don't see anything, let me know.
Yeah, call me out.
Call her out.
Instagram, Apple, Spotify, Not Just Lashes podcast.
Let's get going, guys. Like and follow. All right.
That was very motivational.